Oggy Newcastle fans, we are back. Welcome back to Black and White Banter, the away days. I might have done a couple of pre-season friendlies this summer, but the proper away days are back. And this is basically the title decider. Whoever wins today is probably going to go on to win the title because we are absolutely massive. Newcastle fans, it's another match vlog and it's the one I'm excited for. Drop down, give us a little likey Lou. If you like this video by the end, why not subscribe. I've just arrived at Newcastle Central Station. I'm going to go and sink a quick beer. The weather looks pretty nice. I've even got the shorts on. Shorts, tell you what, Newcastle away days in shorts. Get the legs out for the lads. I'm going to go and sink a quick pint, then I'm going to get on the bus. And yeah, as I said, as I've been saying all week, this is a one, it's a free hit, but it's an optimistic, fearless free hit, and we haven't had that for a while now. Yes, our record at the Etihad is absolutely disgusting. I was luckily there the only time we've won, 2014. Rolando Aarons scored. That's how long ago that was in the Cup on a Wednesday night. We were all doing the Poznan and they win. It was amazing, and I would love that to be repeated. But why should we fear this Man City team today? They're going to be fearing us. They've just had a long, physical, mentally draining game on Wednesday when they won the Cup. Probably a piss up that followed. Let's get down there. Let's get some beers in us. But more importantly, let's get into these. Let's fucking get into these. I cannot wait. Can't wait to meet the lads. So without further ado, let's get to the pub. Let's get that first lovely little pint of lager on the lips and get down to Manchester with a lovely little social club lined up beforehand. Away the lads! First one of the day. No finer sight than a bunch of men stood on a street corner with bags of cans. Down the way, go then, make the Geordies sing, go then, we're all going to Madrid. Right, we have just arrived at the Milne Row Social Club, the most classy establishment in the whole of Rochdale, to get amongst the cheap pints before we get over the Etihad. Let's get amongst it and get inside for some cheap bevs and some absolutely banging tunes. Away the lads. Right, I've just been joined by these two lovely gentlemen outside what is the beautiful Milne Row Social Club, which I could just get clarification from you two. It is probably one of the most classiest establishments you've ever been in.
100%, yeah. 100%.
They don't come much classier. Right, gents, we're here. We're taking this place over before we head over to the Etihad. Title decider, obviously.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into this one?
Confident. Very confident.
I'm very confident the way we played against Aston Villa is definitely going to improve, and I think Man City should be scared of us, to be honest.
Ooh, that's fighting talk.
I think, especially if they just played midweek as well, I think they should be scared of.
I think that's playing off favour with what they had to do midweek. Obviously, the injuries as well. Yeah. So would I assume, from what you're saying, you'd both go for a win today, or
2-1 win? Yeah. Isaac and Bonds.
And if the transfer window slams shut right now, assuming Mr. Hall signs on the dotted line, I don't know whether he has, I don't think he has today, but assuming he does, happy, or would you still maybe like Eddie Howe? Because we know he's a bit of a liar. When he says it's done, I don't think it's ever done with him. Happy?
I'm happy, but I think we'll get one more. I think it could be.
Right.
I'm happy with Lewis Hall. I think when he played against us against Chelsea, he was probably one of the best players at home.
Right.
I think maybe a right-sided centre-half to fill in for maybe Fabian Shaw for a bit of replacement. Right. But apart from that, I think I'll be really happy with the way we've done.
Fantastic. And if we did get a win tonight, I mean, it's a mouth-watering thought, of course it is. If we not only would we be smashing a couple more pints, where does that leave us? Do you think your mindset will change on where we can finish this season, or do you think you'll still be as confident as what you maybe were before the game?
I reckon we'll title chasing. I believe.
Right, and
I'm going second. I'm sticking to second from the very start. I think second. I think Man City are a better team throughout the whole season, but I do think we'll finish second.
I still cannot believe we are on videos talking about people like Stuart Pearce saying title winners on TalkSport yesterday.
We were saying last year, or even the year before, we were hoping not to get absolutely battered by Man City, whereas now we're we're going to win. So it's just it's amazing.
Confidence is big, confidence.
Love it, gents. Thank you very much. Right, I'm joined by these two fine gentlemen in what is one of the most beautiful establishments I think we've ever been in. It is lovely. Right, pre-match thought, the pints are flown. Are we going to smash this title decider?
As you go first.
Yeah.
There we are.
We are?
We are.
Yes? Yes, I know.
This is the best chance we've got to get something down here.
Right.
I think it might be like DeAndre Yedlin when we score first and they come back to it. But I fancy we're for a point. I really do fancy we're for a point.
Are you saying win or draw?
2-1 Newcastle.
2-1. How many of them have you had?
7 or 8.
But that's not an influence. You would have said that before you had a drink, though, wouldn't you?
Before I even got on the bus, I said 2-1 Newcastle.
And running down the way, going, make the Geordies say, going, where I'm going to the Right, Scott here has promised to give me his best Harvey Barnes impression. Come on then. Oh!
It's Harvey Barnes!
Let us know what you think of that one. Eddie Howe's mags have arrived. Come on! Right, we've just got through the first line of security, but this is an interesting one. As you can see, the Etihad's behind. Me and Aaron have just arrived. This is the first line of security check, so we don't know. Our tickets right now, get your ticket out, could be a dud. That could be a dud. We don't know. A lot of Newcastle fans aren't happy about how we've done things because we've been seen as criminals, some of us, for just using other people's tickets for years. We follow the team around the country, so let's see whether ours are working or whether they aren't. We've arrived a little bit early. Teams aren't even out yet, but we've had a fair few fucking beers, haven't we?
Oh, too many.
Are we feeling more confident than what we were, or...?
More and more confident. One more drink, I'll be more confident.
Is it a drill or not? Let's find out. Hey! There are. Rolling down the way, Jordan. Make the Geordies sing, Jordan. We're all going to we're all going to Madrid. I'm winning, Gordon, running down the way, Gordon, and the Geordies say, Gordon, we're all going to Madrid. Geordie boys are still, we're in the stadium, the teams are out, same team as last week. What are you thinking for this match?
Chance by all means, by the way. As I proved last week, mate, we are a team waiting to destroy, by the way. As proven, but let's see what the chance we will bring, but that'll be us in 3 or 4 years' time. As well, yeah. Geordie boys are taking it over.
Right, teams are out. Same team as last week. I'm happy with that. I'm fucking happy with that. Let's get into these. Listen to this atmosphere, man. Geordie baby, let's see it over. Geordie boys are taking it over. The Champions League waits for me. No, no! Is this? What the fucking hell is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fucking hell is that? What the fucking hell is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fucking hell is that? What the fuck? Half time, I'm on the bottom box. It wasn't the worst half. Man City creating very, very little. but we still find ourselves 1-0 down. First 10 minutes I thought we were scared. I thought we started hoofing the ball. Eddie Howe does not like to hoof the ball at all. That set us up for the most of the half. We did start to break into the game a little bit, but generally speaking, it just wasn't us. It wasn't what we used to. We got in really good areas. Almiron got in loads of good areas, but generally speaking, Isaac, not only did he not see much of the ball, he never really showed for the ball. Midfield, a bit sloppy in areas. Just, it wasn't the Newcastle that we've been used to. So, you know, plenty going into the second half. Man City created nothing. They created absolutely nothing. They looked sharp. They looked sharp that I expected them to, but generally speaking, just quiet. So, big second half coming. Very big second half coming. Got so many options. I think Harvey Barnes would be a great substitute because he's on the last man all the time, as we saw in the last game. So fingers crossed, we can do something in the second half. Away the lads. By full time, I'm just about to come out the stadium now. Where do I start on that one? Wasn't the worst, but wasn't the best. Edison, Nick Pope, very little to do. It's a frustrating defeat for me in some ways because I feel like we could have offered a little bit more, we could have created a bit more. But it's also one where I'm taking a lot of positives. The best team in the world right now created out. They didn't. They had a couple of shots that went either side of the post, but generally speaking, they did not create any clear-cut chances where, like, wow, they should have scored that one. I thought the first 10 or 15 minutes of that game we were scared. We were a little bit scared. We started hoofing the ball forward, which is unlike us. That's not how Eddie Howe likes to play, but it happened very quickly. And then we started to build into the game. I thought our midfield wasn't at the races. Tonali, that was a big test for him after Aston Villa last week where he smashed it. A lot of people on my video about Tonali said, oh, it's only one match. I was never jumping ahead of the gun. I was just based off what I saw in the first match. He looked a little bit short, but generally speaking, that was all of our attack. I said set pieces would be big. We had set pieces. What did we do with them? Very, very little. And Man City were able to just absorb that because they don't like teams who are good at set pieces. We weren't. Eddie Howe needs to look at that. I'm sorry he does, because this was a team that conceded a third of their goals last season through set pieces, and we didn't take advantage of that. In the second half, we were the better team. We pressed and we pressed and we pressed. Miguel Almiron got in so many good areas, but he didn't do that much with the ball, and we didn't create very much because of that. Callum Wilson came on, Anderson came on, Barnes came on, loads of good substitutions, which I thought were really positive, that needed to be made. But we still struggled to create, and that wasn't because Manchester City were an absolute brick shit house at the back. That was just because we lacked a little bit of something, and I'm worried about that still going into the season. I'm going to have to wrap this video up because the security are giving us the eyes. But on to the next game we go. It's only the second match of the season. There's not too much to worry about. We could have done a lot more, but it could have gone a lot worse. So, hey, second game of the season, Man City away. We restrict them very little chances. Eddie Howe's mags. It was a title decider. Man City edged this one, but we've got to play them at home. Away the lads, on to the next one.